What's up everybody? I'm Eric and today I'm going to show you how to make a drawing on canvas. If you're on any type of social media such as Instagram, you always see these people with these giant ass drawings, and I never understood how they did that. So I'm going to show you how to do it. Now to start off with, I've got a bunch of charcoal pencils. I have blending stumps. You could also do this with graphite. And I've got the eraser pencils, and down to the bottom left you could see those compressed charcoal sticks right there, which really helps if you want to get a really dark tone. The most important thing you're going to need is primer. Specifically, you're going to need pastel primer. And what this does is it treats the surface of the canvas so that it has much more tooth. That way when you draw on it, the charcoal or the graphite doesn't just fall off, and it holds a finer point, meaning you can get sharper lines and you could blend it like you would normally on paper. Otherwise, if you didn't prep the canvas, you're going to have a really difficult time smudging and blending and getting any fine detail. If you look really closely, you're actually going to notice that I used acrylic gesso instead of primer, because at the time that I did this drawing, I was not aware that you're supposed to use primer on canvas. So basically, well, I kind of fucked up, and using the acrylic gesso on the canvas really doesn't treat it that dramatically. In fact, it just feels like raw canvas. So this was like the worst drawing experience I've ever had. So I wouldn't recommend you use any type of acrylic gesso. And you're gonna see what I did was mix the gesso with some gray acrylic paint, and that's what I used to coat the canvas. But again, don't use acrylic gesso. Use pastel primer, because if you just use acrylic gesso, it feels like you're drawing on raw canvas, which is the worst feeling in the world. So yeah, I fucked up. Don't do that. But you know what? I kept drawing because I'm a motherfucking thug. No, but seriously, this drawing took like 3 times longer than it should have. Uh, because, like I say, if you don't treat it properly, if you don't treat the canvas properly, you really can't hold any type of fine detail at all, unless your pencil is really sharp. And the situation is even more fucked, because the canvas already makes your pencil dull that much quicker, so you have to sharpen your pencil even more as you're drawing, and it just takes so much time. This canvas had no tooth whatsoever. And here is the final result. As you can see on the final result of the drawing, it's very grainy and very sort of patchy, and that's just due to the texture of the canvas showing through the charcoal. And that's what I meant when I said you can't really achieve any sort of fine detail. Even the lines are a bit broken, because when you try to shade any of the larger areas, basically it just all sort of like wipes off. So in order to get something that looks white or that looks black, you cannot shade it at all. You just have to leave it unblended, which is why it looks so rough and patchy. But if you stand, I'd say more than 2 feet away, you don't really notice it, and it still looks pretty good and alright. Yeah, but do not try to draw on just gessoed canvas. It'll really frustrate you. But that's pretty much it. At the very least, I hope this was in some way informative or educational to someone who's attempting to do this as well. Thanks for watching, and give this shit a thumbs up. Bye.